You go back underground the next day like the earth didn't just remind you who's the fucking boss. How are snipers? This is Not For Radio. We are your hosts, Dunc and Jay Reeve. We have our, believe it or not, for the first time ever, 3 war stories from one person this week. Monday, Tuesday, and again today, Davo Davidson from the mines in Australia.
Yeah, keep them coming. We absolutely love them. Also, it's your last chance to get in the draw. Or basically, we give you the last opportunity to get yourself in the frame to come to Bathurst with us and 39 other absolute legends. One of the greatest races that motorsport has ever created.
We've also got a bloke that used to play rugby in the 90s in New South Wales that basically had a team full of blokes that weren't referred to by their real names. They all had nicknames, including the front row was called the Zoo. Wait until we hear why.
And after all of the messages of support after the little bit of a wobble that I had a couple of weeks back, or Monday a couple of weeks back, I figured that I'd give you a bit of a breakdown. If you are like me and you are feeling a little bit in the weeds at the moment, that the clouds have rolled in, how to get yourself back to a good baseline of mental fitness. What I did, what I do, and as a result of that, I'm feeling fucking brand new, baby.
Look at you, looking fresh, like a little wee bloody 1950s rock and roller. Remember, if you do love the chaos of Thursdays and Fridays when it comes to Not For Radio, you are only getting half the story. Our Not For Radio premium offer is where the filter completely comes off. This is Monday, Tuesday. For less than the price of a single pint a month, you get 2 completely uncensored episodes every single week. Mondays are behind the scenes, talking about our actual lives as opposed to, the normal Not For Radio content. Our weekends, the stuff we can't say on air as well, and a little bit of family chat and just like Jay talking very candidly about the mental health struggles. The fitness wobble that he had. Sort of tripped himself up about 1 metre into the marathon of life.
Yeah, I was the only one that can save myself. And luckily for me, I've got rescue equipment.
This episode is sponsored by Classic Builders, a builder that actually feels a bit like our fellow snipers, hard work and pretty practical and not too flash, but a bit flash.
This is Allie from Fort Worth, Texas. Don't squat with your fucking spurs on. You're listening to Not For Radio with Jay and Dunc.
Do you know what we forgot to bring up?
Motherfucker.
You thinking what I'm thinking, Pinky?
Golden Spurs, leatherwork. I literally just went and put it on my gun safe at home.
Well, we've got the other one that we need to put on up there. Okay, we'll do that for the next episode. Okay, let's get into it because this is exciting for the very last time.
Yes.
And this will be getting slightly repetitive, but also I know you'll be fucking frothing for it if you're Sniper Elite. So that's the people that are paid subscribers, as we mentioned in the intro, that would have been entering all the keywords for this competition. This is your chance to join us in Australia from anywhere on the globe. There is one more package to give away. It's probably, realistically, if we were talking anywhere in the globe, it's just a 7,000 New Zealand dollar trip or 3,500 quid.
Plus, it's like the package is about 5K itself.
4-7.
Yeah, and so the flights will be more than that.
Yeah, okay. So this is...
The flights, because we've got a bloke coming from Kamloops in Canada, which is above Vancouver. So you're not getting change out of $2,000 from that.
Great.
Easy.
Perfect. That's exactly what we're after.
Yeah.
Let's hope we get someone from Timbuktu tomorrow on the episode when we put the phone call through. Just a real long dialing tone, eh?
Yeah.
So the great race, the supercars, V8 supercars in Australia, the Bathurst, everyone keeps slamming us on that. Bathurst 1000. Which is a 1,000-kilometre race on one day up and over a mountain that's normally a local road. It is hectic. It has been going since like the 60s. And now the cars have got better and better and better, and the track's barely changed. So what used to be a hectic race in the 60s, racing fucking Morris Minors or whatever it started with, is
racing
now,
Model T Fords.
And they would have been ringing their tits off doing 115 kilometres an hour down Conrod Straight. They now do 300 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
And they're fucking door to door. Like, it's so sick, and I cannot wait. I've said it a million times for Jay to see it in the flesh, and potentially for you to see it in the flesh.
That is the Sniper Elite, if you haven't already done so. By signing up to that, you get access to a whole bunch of other episodes that we've done, but the whole point in behind it was we wanted to use the funds that were generated from the Sniper Elite episodes to then pay for these experiences. So it's kind of like a shit version of Mr. Beast, if you will, where you just get the cash, put it back into cool shit, which we'll either bring you to us or us to you.
Man, I don't know. I reckon it's a better version of Mr. Beast. I watched a clip yesterday because the boys are watching him on YouTube, and he's just seen if a fucking cheetah can beat various things. What do I get out of that? Fuck all. I don't get a Bathurst. Fuck your cheetah, motherfucker.
Okay, so it's a slightly better version of Mr. Beast.
He blew all that money on the set of his last Beast.
Yeah, it was pretty sick though.
It was quite good. I actually quite like these games. Very good program. I don't get that.
But we're going to do basically something similar at Bathurst. We're Bathurst Beast games.
Yeah.
I don't think we can call it that. We'll have to change it to something
We're
else.
going to go over with 40 people, 39 return.
Yeah.
3-day grandstand ticket, which is probably the best seats in the house
Yes.
because you get to see all the pit action, start-finish line. There's big screens, amazing audio. You'll get the jet fly over too at the start of the race, which our mate Bunga flies.
Bunga's in the jet, which is fucking awesome. I don't think you can understand it if you've never been to a supercars event or you've never seen supercars. If you were to, say for example, you compare it to Formula One, there is no way you're getting near the team, the vehicles, the pit itself, unless you are a person of significant note or of significant wealth.
Oh, and you know what? The F1 talent sucks compared to the supercars. Like, you see a supercars driver and they'll be like, how's it going, mate? And they'll have like a mad chat to you and you're like, shit, that's cool. They're in the middle of a race, clearly busting for a piss, and they'll stop and say good day and grab a photo.
Yeah, they're
good luck
awesome.
getting that with Lewis Hamilton.
And all of the team that work on the cars, from what I can gather from the ones that we've met, are just fucking legends, like proper legends. The team bosses are legends. It's just one of the few elite sports, I would say the only elite sport, where you get that level of access, the talent are that good, the team are that good, and they actually appreciate you being a fan of what it is that they do. A very strange setup.
Yeah. And they just don't hide them in cotton wool. They don't hide them away from anybody.
No.
They get the fans closer than anybody else.
No pretensions, which is good because you'll be sitting on that start-finish line basically, looking into the pits, and then you'll go up and you'll fucking go for a little bit of a mini meander around with us and the rest of the crew, and we'll go through the Penrite Garage, which is the home of Matty Pay and Kai Allen, and Matty won it last year. He's a Kiwi lad. That entire team is awesome. Stretch, who stole a bunch of shit off the cars and got it signed for us, and Christchurch will be there. And all the other team members. Showboss Teagues will be there running around. I tell you what she's going to fucking love more than just seeing me is seeing fucking 40 of us.
We'll be like the most annoying game of lemmings ever. We'll just keep popping up.
Shit, it's going to be good. It's going to be outstanding. So not only that, all your accommodations, so your bedding, your transfers to and from the track out of the airport in Sydney, depending on how you're getting in and out of there. And then there's the driver's dinner. Your breakfasts are all included. You get the photo with a trophy. There's a bit of a steam up the last night.
Oh, yeah, the last hurrah.
Which is good. And that's just what's on the package. Like, Willamette is going to be there to basically handhold us through the whole process.
You can get like a helicopter flight for like $200. You go up and it flies you up, and you go like sort of around the mountain. It can be while they're racing, and then land you back down, which looked epic. They were going the whole time last time.
They buzz and buzz and buzz and buzz and buzz. So it's going to be awesome. So best of luck. If you aren't Sniper Elite already, I suggest you do so. Just jump in, have a little bit of a dalliance. You won't be disappointed. And off the back of this trip, we've got some other fucking very exciting announcements coming up as well.
Big thanks to Willamette Travel for sorting this out. Your sports travel specialist with over 50 years in the game. There is a keyword on the Monday, Tuesday episode from the last 3 weeks. You can enter all 6 separately or in the one message through the Not For Radio Facebook page, and that will put you in the draw. Each keyword is an entry into this. We call the winner on the podcast tomorrow.
And because I'm so nice, I'll give you a clue as to what all those words were. It's go and get fucking signed up for Sniper Elite. There you go.
Hello, lovelies.
Hello.
Ethel here.
Hello, Ethel.
If you're looking for a podcast to give you a little giggle and make you feel good, then boy, do I have a treat for you.
Atomic Tom.
Nothing makes me gooey in the fork like the dulcet tones of J. Reeve and Duncan Hyde. Pull the curtains, pop yourself in a comfy chair, and lose yourself in a cloud of laudanum-like euphoria with Jay and Dunc on Not For Radio.
Jeez, gooey in the fork just fucking hits different, eh?
I don't know, man. Like, consent's quite big in 2026. I feel like he should ask me for my consent. Something's happened.
That
inside me.
is a tough listen. Jesus.
I love it, though. I love it. Right, I'm going to do a war story now. And
Yeah.
then Jay had a bit of a mental health wobble, mental fitness wobble over a week ago now.
Yeah.
So we thought we might get Jay to give us his daily rundown on. Or
Well,
what
I was literally inundated by people that were sent the pod, and that was the first one they'd ever listened to, or messages of support and people checking in and all the good shit. So I just figured that if you are in a space which is not not your hundy, and you want to get back to a decent baseline, I'll give you what I do, which helps me because people like us like things like that. That's the whole premise of the pod, I guess, and it worked for me. So if it worked for me, it'll more than likely work for you. So we'll fucking get into that too.
So to that after this war story, and yeah, Tom, it could be quite good if we can. I know we haven't got it now, but it'd be quite good if we can have just a little snippet, because that was on a Sniper Elite episode, a snippet of Jay talking about where he is at. Because he was, fuck, you weren't in a good spot, bro.
Oh, mate, I was at 6s and 7s.
Attention, snipers! Gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories. Your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
Delicious Vista, is it?
Yeah, I was just looking at it saying, I appreciate this. Vista do a good job. Who owns them?
Kurt.
Does he?
Yeah.
Our mate now, Kurt.
Yeah, so that's where Frankie's and Powers is canned.
Yeah, we always buy this.
It's bloody good.
But for
That's
those
what it
listeners, it's
started.
just a carbonated water. This is a Feijoa sparkling water.
Which, if you're not in New Zealand, you won't even know what a Feijoa is, so it might as well
What?
be.
Are they native?
They're nowhere else in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The closest thing to them is guava. I think they may have them. I mean, someone will correct me because fucking everyone loves to correct someone when they're wrong at the moment.
I was going to do it.
But I'm pretty sure, Feijoas are pretty much endemic in New Zealand only. They would be shipped somewhere else too, but once again, people don't like them. Fuck, how's this car lost?
Do you know how we stole the Chinese gooseberry and called it the kiwi fruit? They should steal the Feijoa and call it the
Do you know
Chijoa.
Do you know how that came about? The quick name change?
No.
So the Chinese gooseberry was basically brought to New Zealand. The climate was infinitely better for growing them, and as a result of that, we grew them in prevalence, predominantly through the Bay of Plenty, where I'm from. It is the fucking absolute fruit basket for kiwi fruit globally. Zesperi's there, which is the one that are advancing. There's different types of kiwi fruit. Anyway,
They do like a red one now, right?
it was which is delicious. The Chinese gooseberry was then exported as a Chinese gooseberry to the States, but because they were having dust-ups with the Chinese. The Americans didn't like anything with China written in it.
That's weird. It sounds similar to something that's happening today.
Yeah, so then, so if there was a fruit called the Iran fruit, they'll be fucking that off as well, because that's just how they operate. So at the time, they were like, this is not a good fit, so they changed it because all the kiwi fruit were coming through New Zealand, or the Chinese gooseberry were coming through New Zealand. They changed them to kiwi fruit and then shortened it to kiwis, and that's how they became a kiwi fruit, or kiwis.
Crazy.
So, it's just basically, long story short, they changed it because of racist reasons.
Good on you, mate. Well, they love your history lessons. Right, war story. He's back again, and if you like Davo, then you're going to
I love Davo.
Davo's the fucking best. And it made me realise we actually haven't had that many war stories from those in the mining sector.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a few
There's
along the way.
There's a shit ton of the mining crew that are on the pod that are soaking this up.
Yeah, I mean, and I know that like if one of the, and maybe Davo Davidson's stories are getting shared like wildfire already from the last couple of episodes, but if you're thinking about it, you're more than welcome. And in particular, if you've left and you want to do a tell-all.
If you're on a site, if you're on a big site, and you will have you'll have a Davo Davidson on your site.
Oh, yeah.
Or you might be, once again, it gets a little bit fucking spicy, but that's why I like it. If you're still a serving member in some form of...
Do it anonymously.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's what
so there'll be a person.
the people want.
Mate, we drove past that. We drove past the base in San Diego when you're heading from LA to San Diego, and that thing is fucking gigantic. There'd be more people at that base than there are in New Zealand, I reckon. It's huge, huge.
Is that a base for a big mining area?
No, big military base.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a fucking monster.
Oh, you're talking about the military ones as well.
Yeah, so if you're in any of the armed forces, because there's truckloads of you,
Oh, yeah.
there'll be a person on there that's just the roguish operator and just anonymously ghostwrite a tale of theirs.
So this is from Davo Davidson. He don't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Get out, you mad bastards. Call me Davo because that's my fucking name. Mining has a weird way of resetting the world. You can have a day where everything goes wrong. Smoke alarms, ground falls, breakdowns, near misses, the whole fucking menu. And then at 7 p.m, you're standing in line for dinner arguing about whether the gravy is worse than yesterday. We had one of those days. Smoke in the level, emergency call-out, refuge chamber, whole mine shut down, proper chaos. ERT rolling in, radios everywhere. Nobody really knowing what's going on except the one instruction that matters. Don't move. Just wait. Then, 3 hours later, all clear. Just like that. No ceremony, no explanation, no fanfare. You walk out of a refuge chamber that felt like the end of the world and go straight back to tagging off like it's just another overtime shift. Back at camp that night, the mess was serving roast, beef, pork, veggie, gravy, the works. Everyone's in there like nothing had happened. Same table, same plastic chairs, same bloke complaining the potatoes are undercooked, like he didn't just spend the afternoon sitting in a steel box hoping the air holds out. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, how fucking weird is all this? In the morning, you can be 1,500 metres underground thinking, this might go bad. And then by dinner, you're arguing about whether the crackling is crispy enough. Wally looks at me funny and says, funny day. I go, yeah, funny's one word for it. Then we both just go back to eating. Because that's the thing about mining. You don't really process it. You just clock it and store it. And you go back underground the next day like the earth didn't just remind you who's the fucking boss. Oh, Davo.
Hey, do you remember the Dozers off Fraggle Rock?
You're slightly older than me. It's crazy the amount of stuff that you remember, and I'm only 3 years younger than you, or even 2. How old are you?
I'm 43.
Yeah, I just turned 41. I'm only 2 years younger, and you remember stuff that, mind you, I was a bit of a special kid, so maybe that's why I think Mum and Dad dropped me.
I can remember stuff up to about the age of 14, at which point I just wholesale fucking torched my brain with anything I could put into it. So
it's a real dead patch there of about 2 decades.
Fucking, you know when you lock up and then you drive again, there's a real flat spot. Fucking, that is the soundtrack to my life. Fiddig. Anywho. Which would probably be part and parcel of the reason how I arrived at fucking Monday last week.
Okay, is that what we're going into, or do you want to bring the reference back round to those weirdos?
Oh, have we got a reference? Have we got a reference Atomic?
No, well, you didn't ask him.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. I thought he was working magic out there.
He's on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
Can't you see his right thumb swiping?
Fucking hell. Swiping
got high standards, I can tell, by the amount of times he's swiping away.
I thought he was speed reading a book then. He's a talented savant. So basically, this is off the back. There were so many people that checked in on me, which I fucking totally appreciate. Thank you so much. It was a bit of a recap. I've been burning the candle at both ends and in the middle, and then lobbing whatever's left into the furnace of life for probably the last 3 months. This year, 2026 for me, was going to be the year where I did fuck all. We'd been through a big negotiation, like a 12-month negotiation prior to this, and this was my chance to pump the brakes. And pump the brakes, I have fucking not. So
I've done better, but I still haven't done a good job of it.
No, it's kind of, well, let's be honest, Teague's fucked us. It was all going good until fucking Teagues wanted a career.
No.
There's
There's always changes. And it's,
Exactly.
you know what? That's a very small part of the puzzle, I reckon.
Totally.
And an important part that was there. But Benny Boy's fucking great.
Yeah.
But there's just been a lot on. And it kind of feels like this year we've been walking forward at like a reasonable click, but there's been wobbles the whole way along, and the guardrails possibly haven't been there the whole time.
Yeah, so this was a combination of me just probably taking on classically too much, and I felt pretty swamped early on in the piece, and was like, fuck, we moved house, and I haven't really got on top of the house move. Like,
I know,
mate, the garage is still a fucking pigsty. My bikes are still in different parts of the city, and I just haven't felt on top of my shit. Nothing's felt done, you know? everything's in a state of half fucked. And so in order for me to kind of carry on, I just basically give myself these nitrous bursts of fueling into the weekend and rewarding myself with these things. This is kind of, I've gone through and broken it all down. So this is semi-written.
Before we get into that, this is the state that Jay was in when chatting about on the Sniper Elite episode. Not Monday, just been Monday before.
Yes. I was telling Benny beforehand, which is kind of not, and this is probably a little bit of open honesty as well, because we always talk about it, about fucking checking in and making sure that you're doing the right things for your mental health and that. And I felt like probably, we talk about it often, felt like I've been kind of drowning for the longest time, probably a couple months now. And then the weekend was just a fucking proper went under, which was not a shock to feel, but it was a weird experience. Like, I'm a positive, happy guy. And so last week, by every measurable metric in my life, nothing could be going better at the moment. Like, it literally couldn't be going better, which is the most the confusing part about it when your head just starts to fuck with you. So the week last week consisted of Tuesday night dinner with a buddy of mine. We're kind of going into a business partnership with him here. It was great. He's under the fucking pump at the moment. So it was nice to be able to let him download a little bit, which is great. And at this stage, I'm feeling pretty good. Wednesday night was the launch of a friend of mine's sneaker. Good catch up with him. I haven't seen him in ages. He's obviously he has built his brand, and this isn't letting the cat out of the bag from. The brand is called Earls, and the reason why it's called Earls is because his father and his father's father both shared that name, and both of them took their own lives. So he was trying to put some pride back into the name, which he 100% has done. Always beautiful to catch up with him. Caught up with some mates I haven't seen in ages. This is fucking great. Thursday, coming to work. Best survey we've had in fucking the history.
A rating survey.
Survey. Best survey that we've had in the longest time. And that Thursday night went out and caught up with some new business partners and another venture that I'm into, which is kind of, leaning towards how this has all kind of gone a bit pear-shaped. Had a great catch up with them, surrounded by just the most impressive men that I know. These guys are successful in every right, and they're funny, and we joked, and we had a great dinner, and it was a great connection piece. Came home, had a couple of drinks, went to bed, but my head was just, I caught up with another mate of mine that had come up from Queenstown, and my head just, for whatever reason, started ruminating on something that just didn't exist. Like, it was just fucking churning on this thing. So I had a shit night's sleep Thursday night, literally, like, felt broken. You know when you're almost in like a, in one of those modes where your head's just playing a movie, and I don't know if anyone's experienced this, but it had been fucking hijacked. My mind had been hijacked, and there was nothing that I could do to shake it. Like, was just got to the point where I was like, fucking check the phone, and it was sort of like starting to get sort of 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I still hadn't really been to sleep. So now I'm like, well, do I take a sleeping pill? But then I'm like, well, then I'm going to be drowsy in the morning. I've got this big day of planning for work. So that started to compound as well. So not only have we got this big full strat day, I've got a breakfast interview for Stone Skimming Champs, so fucking got to line into.
In the middle of it.
In the middle, and first thing in the morning. So I stepped out of the planning meeting to do this interview at this place we were. Anyway, so Thursday night was a shitter, then go into Friday. Friday, planning day with pals. Once again, fucking so much to celebrate. Greatest team, all this awesome stuff. Had a high-performance coach come along and do some speaking, and he basically went around the room, and this is probably what started to tweak me a little bit on it. It was like, what is one word that describes you at the moment in business and life, whatever?
Yeah, Dixie's work used to do this with their team. It's such a great exercise.
Yeah, and it was awesome because then you can kind of, sometimes you don't stop to think about what it is that you're feeling, so therefore you can't put any positive action into it. And so I'm at this dead cat bounce scenario, like just fucking up and then down and then up and then down and up and then down. Or if you imagine it how I imagine it in my mind, you're just coming down the home straight to the fucking checkered flag, but you just lose the arse of the car. And it goes whoop, and you're like, fuck, and then you get it right, and you're like, this is good, and then whoop, and it goes the other way, and you're like, fuck, and then you get it right again. And so I was just fishtailing the whole way to the finish line of last week. And so Friday we had that, and then Friday night we have dinner for JK going away, once again, one of the greatest men that I know, and it was all the wives of what we call the Gypsy Kings, which is our little catch-up group in the morning. And so we went through the most delicious dinner. Like, I've never had a better dinner. Sitting at our mate's place, out on his fucking patio, open fire roaring. We chewed through fucking $12,000 worth of wine out of the cellar. Like, it was outrageous. It was opulence like I've never experienced. His cellar is a fucking thing of beauty. Like, almost, you walk in there, you almost cry. And you walk in there, he's got a rack on the wall, as in like a deer head, a stag head. And this bloke's 66. He's 66, and it's his. I said to him, "Oh man, that's a fucking cool head. It's a red head, but it's quite a small head, but an old head. So it must have been kind of a runty stag, but it's perfectly formed. Got a great bow and a great tines on it. It was just fucking awesome head." And he goes, "That's the first ever deer that I saw get shot, and my dad shot it when I was 8, and he's still got the head." So I'm like, "This is fucking awesome. Piss is outstanding." Addo turns up with a big humidor with all these cigars. So we're sitting there smoking cigars with our wives around us. Just life's fucking good.
Yeah.
And then same thing, ruminating head on Friday night. Like, I come out of that and I just can't shake these fucking hijacked thoughts. Like, as soon as I'm in my own head and alone, it all starts to fall apart. And so I'm like, fuck's sakes. Another shit night's sleep. Saturday morning, get up, go to footy with the boys. Oski's injured at the moment. He's grown, so he's got these heel spurs. Same sort of thing. Come back. Great day out with the fam. Went for a walk with Hunter, which is always cool because we don't normally get one-on-one time. Had a coffee, caught up with some other mates. It was great. Then watched the Waz. The Waz had a fucking cracking game.
Oh my gosh.
It was just one.
That was so good.
One for the absolute ages. I had one of the fucking wildest multis I've ever chucked in come off. So I turned fucking $20 into 860. So I was like, fuck, it's all coming up fucking J Reeve here. Saturday night watching the AFC. Don't even give a fuck about soccer. And they fucking won it as well.
That was such a sick game too.
Yeah. So Saturday night, it kind of all came to a head, and Anna's like fucking trying to unpack what's going on, and I'm just nonsensical and just fucking, at this point I've just sunk. Like, I've just gone under. I'm shaking, and I'm fucking just having like a full physical reaction to the situation. My mind can't think in a certain direction at all, and I just fucking capitulate basically. I'm like, I just need
This
to
happened once before, eh?
Yeah, I need to go to bed. And so Anna went to bed and was like, just like body weight on me just to fucking try and calm me down.
Oh, bro.
Nervous system fucking shot to bits. Did a whole bunch of breath work and all sorts of other shit. Even Saturday afternoon, went and shot a whole content series on this new business that we're a part of, which is focusing on the second half of your life, as in 40 plus, and what we can do and what we can discover to do better for ourselves. So I'm like, I'm feeling like shit. And I'm talking about all the stuff that you should do to make sure that you're good.
None of it.
And so that was it. Like, I just fucking literally hit the fucking bricks on Saturday night. And I was like, we always talk about it on here. And you can look at this, and we are sunshine and lollipops. Like, I have the greatest life by any measure. And if you put my life weekend up against anybody else's, I fucking guarantee that most people will be taking mine before they pick theirs up. Like, it's that good. But for whatever reason, sometimes you just get ankle tapped, and that's the scary part. Like,
You always talked about that, eh?
Yeah, and that's kind of the freaky part. I was like, I've had it happen before, and it's happened again this weekend, and I don't ever want to feel that feeling again. It's fucking horrible, because that's
I think it's burnout.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a fucking 100% burnout. Like, all the shit you're talking about is all the symptoms of burnout, and you can't see the fucking hills for the trees or whatever the saying is. And you just struggle with day-to-day tasks because you're just overwhelmed, and because you're busy at the moment too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, and that's the sort of thing, like, you are in charge of what you put on your plate and what's going on. So I had a fucking massive, it's basically what ended up happening yesterday. I just slept the fucking whole day. From Saturday night when Anna put me to bed, I literally got out of bed at something like 6 o'clock at night to have dinner with the kids, and then went back to bed. And then I slept through till 6 o'clock this morning. This morning I was like, get the fuck out of bed. You're going to see the sun come up, and you're going to put some K's under your feet, and you're going to go out with no sounds, no nothing. You're just going to enjoy what it is. And then got home. I got the boys off to school, and then on the way back from dropping them off, went round to my mate Carlos's place and had a big fucking debrief with him and his wife, who used to work in counselling. And she's like, you can understand what it is, that you can understand why you are feeling the way that you're feeling. It's awesome to unpack all of this stuff, but it will not change unless you change what's going on. And we always say, get more sleep, put down the piss, connect with people that that are around you and mean something to you, and get some exercise. And instantly after doing that for fucking one morning, I feel infinitely better. Driving along the waterfront, and I was fucking pumping music and singing loud and fucking G'd up, and I was looking for the things that are great. Like anytime like a semi-negative thought would come in, I'd just be like, fuck, I'll get to you in a minute, mate, but you're stealing some fucking sunshine here, so voomp, quieten down and then look for something good and then replace it. And so this new cycle of thoughts is coming through. So it literally was, and I was saying to Benny before, the best and the worst weekend ever. And how can that happen?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like it doesn't... Like, short of the Warriors winning the grand final and me winning Lotto on the weekend, which fucking hell's this? I won $15 on Lotto and a free ticket. Like for fuck's sake. So what? And then you go, what have you got to be unhappy about? Cheer the fuck up.
That's the scariest thing.
And I couldn't shake it. And I fucking literally mentally and physically fell apart. And it was terrifying. And for anybody that, like, I know people that feel that every day. Fuck, that'd be heartbreaking. Like heartbreaking. And there is nothing that anyone else can do for you. There is no fucking knight on a white horse and shining armor coming to save you. There is no rescue boat coming towards you. There is no fucking helicopter that's going to winch you out of the shit. You need to be making the steps yourself to get yourself through it. And that was, like I've said it a million times, and to actually put it into action and see that it is having, like, obviously I'm still feeling a bit rattled by the whole thing. But I get excited. I get to come to work and I get to see you guys. And
so you went in a good spot.
No, well, you can hear there it wasn't overly great, was it? So this is it. I wrote this so it would be a lot more concise because I don't have great word economy, and this is only meant to be a half hour, 40 minutes.
And just before you start, one more thing. If you have a mate that's struggling right now, there's a reason why we put this on a free episode. This is what we want you to send to them, because it is hard to make sense of anything when you're battling and your mental fitness is no good. Like, it is hard enough getting out of bed without trying to get your head around how to fix yourself. And so this is Jay's paint by numbers. Yeah, so this is... I wrote it to make it a little bit more concise. I had heaps of people check in to see if I'm doing better. And we call it mental fitness on the Not For Radio pod and in life, because sometimes you're good for the full 80 and sometimes you aren't. You can't go out on the piss the night before you play and play your best. Generally, that doesn't work. So I appreciate all the love and appreciate all the check-ins. I could see this thing coming from a fucking mile away. And instead of resting and recalibrating, I get the foot and I pin that motherfucker to the floor with a generous helping of Start Your Bastard straight in. And lo and behold, old Reevesy blew a gasket. So TJ Power, who we've had on the pod before, he talks about the systems and how they work and the reward systems and how your brain best operates. And sometimes if you don't call it, your body overrides you and calls it for you. So in this whole chat, everything that I talk about, every single link will be in the show notes. I've got it all fucking ready to roll for you. So TJ Power does this book called The Dose Effect, which is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, and how they all interrelate with one another. He's also got The Dose Effect, which is a free website you can go to. And here's what I did for me to bring myself back to baseline, because we talk about it all the time. Like, I know the shit, which is sort of what helps. I've been a Mobro since I was 19 years old. One of my best mates is Roundy, who runs Movember. So we used to share an office together for years. I'm indoctrinated in what it takes to be good. Yet I can still steal defeat from the jaws of victory like the fucking best of them. So the first thing that I did, and I knew I needed to do, was cut the piss, because there's a whole bunch of things that I do when I drink which put me into a worse state. And one's too many and 50's not enough for me. I'm never going to not drink. We've been through this before. I want to have a better relationship with how I drink. I want to have a better relationship with booze. I want it to play a different role in my life to what it was playing. So I cut the piss because that stops anything associated with partying. Because my brain, as soon as it hears that, it goes, fuck, we are on here. And I love it. Trust me, I'm still going to send it from time to time, but the frequency in which I was sending it was probably too much. And in the week leading up to it, I think I had
I had a Monday catch up with a mate, which ended in a couple of tubes. Tuesday night was a dinner. Wednesday night was another dinner. Thursday night was a celebration dinner and a booze up. Friday night was a fucking good old fashioned. Then that rolled into a Saturday big session, and then Sunday was even a bit of a rope fest as well. So when you're stringing together the best part of a week, shit starts to get a little bit wiggly. So once cutting the piss, there's a massive level of dehydration that goes with boozing as well. So the first thing I did was work on rehydrating myself without drowning myself, because you can pretty much give yourself secondary drowning if you drink too much fucking water. I know this. And then I use electrolytes. Electrolytes that my friend Jules owns a company called Two Islands. You can get your electrolytes wherever you get your fucking electrolytes, but it is the best and easiest way to jam good shit back into your body after you've been sending it. And so after cutting the piss, rehydrating with electrolytes, then it was time to get my sleep in order, because my sleep pattern was fucking all over the place like a mad woman's piss. And so I get into bed at 10 p.m. I read until about 10:30. I take magnesium malate and I take Doze, which is the dare milk tablets I've been talking about. And they give you the best REM sleep. I don't know if the jury's not entirely out on them, because some people that I know, if you've got a busy mind, these Doze tablets just calm the storm and take you on a real acid-like dream, which I appreciate.
Well, I didn't get it as much as you, but I did enjoy it, and the sleep did feel deeper. I need to get more.
Yeah, so if you got one of those Whoop bracelets or fucking Oura rings or whatever, you'll be able to track it. I just know what feels good for me. So these things, so instantly I'm starting to feel rested. My sleep pattern from 10:30 till 6 a.m. when the alarm goes off, I generally wake a little bit before the alarm, and I just kind of sit there and I think about, three things that I'm grateful for. And that's when I start to ruminate on, the books that I was reading as well, because everyone's like, what are you reading? So here's 6 books that I think would be a great start for you if you're wanting to get the ball rolling. Die with Zero is what I'm currently reading at the moment, which is basically talking about spending money on creating memories and moments, and how that there is a compounding effect with that memory. So say, for an example, you come to Bathurst with us. You win the Bathurst trip and you come over to the trip and you have a great time, but you'll go back and you'll reflect on that for years to come. Like in 10 years' time, you'll be talking about how great that Bathurst trip was. So if you were to be buying that trip, the compounding effect on it increases the value on it the more you reflect upon it. It's great. A whole bunch of other stuff in there as well. Tribe by Sebastian Junger, great book. 80/20 by Richard Koch. Fuck me if you wanted to get something to re-evaluate how you're spending your time and what you're focusing on. Man, it's one of the greats.
Top 3 for me. Top 2.
Yeah. Dose Effect, we talked about it. TJ Power.
Top 3.
If you didn't know if you are like us, maybe not so much like Dunc. Dunk's a bit more, he's a bit more even-keeled and a bit more analytical, so his brain's not all over the place. Still, you found benefit from reading it.
Massive.
Yeah, it's amazing. Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, yeah.
Which I just love the bloke, and it's a great read.
A good one to plug in if you've done 2 of those self-helpy type ones, and you're like, I just need a bit of a rest, because sometimes I'll take a break halfway through a book, just being like, it's too much information, it's too serious. Green Lights is just one of the most enjoyable books ever.
Yeah, I've got, because I run a Kindle, because I'm fucking, I don't know why. I love the idea of...
I know why, because your missus bought a newer flash one and gave you her old one.
Yeah, that's exactly
why you won't.
Yeah, that's one way. I would love nothing more than a fucking glorious big bookshelf with amazing books in it. But the reality is it's just going to be a Kindle jammed in a fucking shitty shelf. Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain is another great read by an incredible person. I love the way he writes. I love the way he thinks. I love getting an insight into his life now that he's no longer here. So then I get up at 6 a.m. and I fucking walk. It doesn't have to be far. Was it you in the 5 a.m. club says 7 minutes? Or is that Joe?
That was Joe.
Joe was telling me about 7 minutes. 7 minutes of exercise is kind of all it takes to reinvigorate your body, just to get things turning over. I like to go for a walk. Sun comes up just before 7 here at the moment, so I'm walking for about 45 to an hour. Nothing other than natural noises. I'm not listening to anything. I'm just letting thoughts run through my head and find a way out, because I don't want to fucking be jamming stuff in at that stage. But people have got people have got different plans on that. So I'm thinking about things that I'm appreciative of, and that is people, that is places, and that is making plans. So those are the 3 P's that I'm hitting. 15 minutes of staring straight into the sun as it comes up. for where I live, it pops up over the back of this island called Browns Island, and you can see it lighting up the sky, and you sit there, and I delay the gratification. So I walk away from the sunrise to start with, and then I fucking walk straight into it, and I just go, you glorious bastard, look at you lighting this place up. Just bringing everything to the fore, which is there in the darkness, just like everything else, and probably a bit of a metaphor. The shit that you're worrying about is always there, but sometimes you're just going around the room with a spotlight, and you fucking find it. And that's exactly what I did. So I get home after the stroll, watching the sun rise, and it's really important the change the physiological change in your body from seeing sunrise and having sunlight into your eyes is just something that is irreplaceable. I get home, I have breakfast with my boys, and I sit there and I stare at them, and I just go, I'm not supposed to have kids. I'm literally, if nature was to have its way and science wasn't to step in, my boys came about from IVF because my swimmers are so shit, they don't fucking move. And so I look at them in absolute wonderment. And that's, once again, creating positive energy within myself to carry on into the day. And then I take the boys to school, which is our little sort of tradition. And when they get out of the car, and that's what I reckon gave us.
What are ya?
Yeah, what are we, boys? And they're like, fucking champions. Oh, that's right, we're fucking champions. And then they get out, tell them I love them, I'm proud of them, and then they head off into school. Once again, I drop them off at a school, which we're lucky to be at because friends of mine got them into that school. It's a very tricky school to get into. And once again, I'm appreciative of the fact that I'm surrounded by great people. It's all about that rewiring because I was just in a bit of a negative tilt. And then from there, I go straight round to either Carlos's or I go around to Addo's, and that's when I catch up with the Gypsy Kings. And I don't mean that in a defamatory way. We're just being referred to as the Gypsy Kings by JK's wife, who's Italian, and talks of the Romany gypsies and how they would travel the countryside and they would all fucking turn up in bare feet and hang out at people's houses. So that's what we do. We turn up in bare feet. And we have an ice bath after doing a breathe up. So the breathe up is a Wim Hof one, which we've been doing for years. It's 11 minutes, 3 rounds, piece of piss. If you've never done it, fuck me, it is good. And I know that if I'm not doing ice and a breathe up in the morning and seeing the lads, I'm a completely different person. So if I'm doing just those, if there was anything to take away from this, a breathe up, and we do 3 minutes at 3 degrees, or you can go 3 minutes in a cold shower. Like, just everyone's got access to cold water for the most part. If you're listening to this, you're on the internet, you've got access to cold water. If you've been told about this, then you fuck, I don't know.
If you're in the northern hemisphere, nice way to dip your toes into because it won't be as cold at this time of year.
Yeah.
Starting in winter, tough.
But the other thing that I always take solace in is that if it's coming out of the fucking nozzle, it's not frozen. So
yeah,
exactly.
It could be worse.
Yeah,
and then weirdly, the more you do it, that's where you get the rush.
Yeah, and it never gets easier either. So I've done it for it's the only thing I've consistently done in my life for the last 7 years. And it never gets easier. You hop in, and sometimes you go, whew, feeling good, get into it, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is tough today. That's real tough. And other times you're like, oh, I don't feel like you hop in, you're like, this is a piece of cake. It makes no sense. What it is doing, it's increasing your ability to deal with stress. It's a controlled discomfort. And as soon as you get into the ice, or as soon as you turn that tap on, you can go from a hot shower to a cold shower, do the last minute of your morning shower in cold, and just breathe in and out of your nose for 7 seconds. So 7 seconds in, 7 seconds out. And if you do that 7 times, your nervous system just chills the fuck out and you're a completely different person. And you go, holy fuck, I never knew that I could do that. I bullied Dunc into it when we went down the lake. And didn't you feel better? And we were ruthlessly hungover too.
Oh, yeah. I knew I needed it, but I was like, this ain't going to make me feel any worse. And it was awesome.
Yeah. It's a
I
proper game changer.
I actually didn't even shiver. And that was, what's that, like 8 degrees, 10 degrees at that time of year?
Yeah, it was about
Which feels colder because it's a big body of water.
Yeah. But I love it. It's glorious. And the first thing I did was tell the lads, the gypsy lads, that I'd had this wobble. I'm with Sir John Kerwin, who is the ultimate advocate for mental health, and the lads are older and they can basically help you unpack stuff. And also, people don't know how you're feeling until you tell them.
Totally.
Like, you wouldn't have even known that I was until I talked about it, which was kind of part and parcel of why I did it.
It didn't surprise me.
You knew, you could see it. You were calling it fucking weeks out.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Dunc doesn't miss. It's the sniper himself. So even in your workplace, if you are feeling a little bit out, it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to tell people, but what they really want to hear is, I can understand that you're shit. What are you fucking doing about it? So when you tell somebody that you're not feeling great, make sure that you've got a plan off the back of it. So, I'm not feeling 100 at the moment. So what I've done is I've cut the piss. I'm getting better sleep. I'm eating better. I'm catching up with mates. I'm outside. I'm exercising, all the rest of it. That gets people around you and they're like, fucking let's go. Because people want to help someone that's helping themselves. No one wants to, so you turn up and go, oh, fuck, I'm done. Fuck, so over this. And you're not doing anything about it, that's really hard for people to get around. So if you are doing that at the moment, and it's not uncommon, just that one little change. I'm not a hundy, but this is what I'm doing to try and get on top of it, will instantly change.
I'm listening to Stephen Bartlett's book at the moment, Diary of a CEO, and there was one bit he said in there, and it was about, for example, I think the example he uses was someone's going to be, tells themselves they're going to be a Tai Chi world champion.
Yeah.
Or become a master at it. And then if someone comes up to them and goes, oh, so you're doing Tai Chi every day? And they go, well, they've got two options there. They say, no.
Yeah.
And then that just makes them feel like an idiot because, hey, you're going to be a master if you're not doing it every day. Or you say yes.
And you're lying.
And then you lie. But then the follow-on effect from saying yes is you then hold yourself accountable because you've told somebody that you're going to be doing it every day. And that switches it completely. Yeah,
well, there's another train of thought which I've been guilty of as well. It's that, and it goes back to the dose effect. I think we even talked to TJ about it as well. Is when you put a set of running shoes on and you go, I'm going to run a half marathon, and then you see somebody and they're like, oh, what are you up to? Or you come in and you're like, geez, my legs are a bit sore after going for a 1K run. And someone goes, well, what are you sore from? Oh, I'm training for a half marathon. They're like, oh man, good on you, congratulations. You're like, oh, well, that's the congratulations I was looking for. The fucking done, buddy. Back on the bus, I'm chilling out. So I'm that guy.
Yeah.
You're either two people. You either get the gratification and you park it, or you use it as a driving force. So the other thing, after telling people that you're not good and then making a plan and explaining that and trying to stick to the plan, is what I was eating. So once again, found out through a bunch of different stuff, predominantly Dane Archery, who is just one of the greatest blokes you ever meet in terms of gastronomics. He was talking about the gut microbiome and the link between the gut microbiome and your mind and how your health is there, and how quickly it can just be eroded if you're introducing refined shit into your body. Like, you're not, generally speaking. There are people that run ultra marathons on fucking fast food burgers, but most of us aren't that slick. So I cut all refined stuff and basically just dropped straight back into meat, eggs, and veggies. Real simple, like super, super simple. I cook in beef tallow. People are like, oh, fuck, no shit, you're cooking in animal fats. Like, there's a lot of people that cook in refined oils, and I'm not saying that, use what you've got, but if you have the opportunity, when you're cooking bacon, for example, save the bacon fat and use that to cook other shit.
It's the best.
And it's instantly makes things tastier, and it's better for you, in my opinion. And then luckily for me, I get to turn up and work with this fucking champion every day, and we laugh like motherfuckers. And I think that you can even trick yourself into doing this. And I used to do it when I was training, when I was paddling for the Wakama Worlds. And you'd be fucking burning. Whole body's burning while you're paddling. Wakama's outrigger canoeing, so we call it Wakama here. And you're paddling and paddling and paddling, and you're fucking starting to go, like your eyes are starting to fucking black out because you're just getting full tapped. And if you smile, because you're like, hua, hua, and then my coach always said to me as a Cook Island guy, he goes, smile and it tricks your body into thinking you're having a good time. and it actually does. So if you're having a shit time and you smile, all of those muscles working together goes back once again to TJ Power's dose effect, is 40,000 years of evolution or whatever it is. When you smile, it has a chemical reaction in your body which makes you think that it's a pleasurable experience, because why else are you smiling? So smiling and laughing is another way of sort of building up a little bit of stocks to get you good. Mm-hmm. And then after that, after we finish the show and I laugh my ass off for the best part of 4 hours, I go and jump into the sauna. We've got one not far from work. It is ghetto as fuck, but it's hot as fuck, and that's why I like it. It is just the grimiest, grubbiest sauna, but it sits at around 80 or 90 degrees, and it's awesome, and it's cheap. So not all saunas are cheap. If you've got one yourself, awesome. If you've got an infrared one, I'd suggest giving the steam a go. It's personal preference. There's a 50-year longitudinal study that was done in fucking Norway or Sweden or something, and they found that it changes all cause of death by 50% if you're sauning like 3 to 5 times a week, which is fucking crazy.
That is a crazy stat.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. And then when I'm in there, I'd sort of do a little bit of a slight stretching routine as well, which is kind of partly because the body's warmed up and I'm moving it around, but also partly because I like to be able to kill the time and not think about the fact that I'm actually just slowly fucking out. Hey, Atomic, we've lost the... is it a battery?
Yes.
Yeah, battery. I like to do the little stretches because I don't want to look at the time because it is quite tough. Like I do 2 20-minute sessions with like a cold shower in between, which sort of fucking basically breaks it, which is what we're after. Fuck. We need to start
We need a camera over here catching Atomic every time he walks
every
past
time
that
he
lampshade.
claps a lamp. It's fucking good. See, once again, even Atomic provides me a cheap laugh. Thanks, mate.
I just want to round this out because I believe that was your last thing, was it?
Yeah. The sauna, and I've got a sauna hat. I've got a link to that as well. And also found making plans for the weekend that involve the outdoors, beach or bush.
So what I want to do is stress the fact that Jay said a lot, and Jay's in a position where he works weird hours. He probably has access to a lot of stuff that potentially you may not. But any one of these is a step in the right direction, and it's about like habit stacking. So you get one of those things right, you get your food right, and then you sleep or whatever order you choose. And when we write it in the episode description, we'll just try and just bullet point it so it's easy to digest for the people that have got the head noise at the moment.
Yes.
So it's just bang, 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 bang. Here's the things you can try, and maybe even we'll just start at the top, work your way through it.
Yeah.
And if you manage to get all of those things and click into place, which is probably why you've turned a corner so quickly, then fucking awesome. Or if it takes 3 months, 6 months before we've got capacity to even have a crack at all of it, then so be it. But it's a place to start.
The easiest ones, the easiest two is cutting the piss and getting sleep. That'll be the first 2 out of all of them. Get some good sleep and cut piss, and you're fucking 80% of the way there.
Yeah, there's crazy stats in and around sleep that Stephen Bartlett was going through on the drive in this morning, just like with the way your body can digest fat. If you're not getting enough sleep, the reaction that you'll have in stressful situations, you'll be more than likely to reach for a dopamine hit, whether or not that's a cigarette, a vape, or drugs, alcohol, like
All
any
of
of
the
those things that you shouldn't be doing when you're stressed and you're down on sleep, which is what we've talked about.
Yeah, it's basically that. I'll be tying an arm off while putting 3 ciggies in my mouth, sculling a bottle of tequila, or slapping a plate in the microwave. Like that's just anything, and it just creates that dead cat bounce. Like it gives you like a false economy, and it, I joke about it, but it could be reaching for a bag of chips or a bag of lollies or a 500ml energy drink,
Ice cream.
Fuck it, any of those things.
Tying an arm off. Far out.
Imagine that, mate. We're good. We're clean as a whistle, mate. Look at those. No tracks at all.
Okay, what are we going to round out with here? Do we want to go? We've got a fair bit still that we didn't get to, but that's all right. Do we want to do a quick reel here as of real estate? Oh, we can't.
Yeah, can I do Scotty from Camden in New South Wales, Australia?
What, is this a war story?
This is just the one.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. Yep. So, Scotty sent through a bunch of nicknames.
Yes.
And we haven't really done we feel like we've done nicknames to death, and other people have as well. But I appreciated the long message he sent through.
You want to hit it for us?
Yeah, I can hit it.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, a few nicknames. Hopefully you can use. This is from Scotty in Camden, New South Wales, Australia, like Jay said. I work with an apprentice who would always tell the lads about the variety and frequency of his sex life. He reckoned he had 3 girlfriends who he'd see on different nights of the week, plus other ladies he'd pick up in bars. This is before Tinder, etc.
That is some absolute life admin, eh?
Anyway, we gave him the nickname too, Dix, because we reckon that's what he'd need to be doing all that he claimed. Back in the early 90s, rugby was a more violent game in country districts. I'd imagine the same in New Zealand. Punches thrown, sly elbows, and the occasional headbutt from other forms of illegal thuggery. Mostly amongst the forwards. There was also legal violence. If you were caught on the wrong side of the ruck, you were fair fucking game, and the opposition's boots would just rip into you to clean you out. Forwards generally looked down upon the backs with their clean boots and pulled up socks and their flash haircuts. Caught in the ruck was the last place one of the backs wanted to be. In the change room after the game, as the forwards were comparing their tiger stripes, the 3 parallel cuts or grazes from the opposition's steel studs, typically on the back or shoulder, Brian Dead earned his nickname when he asked if he could play in the forwards instead of the wing, as they looked like they were having more fun. He went on to be a good breakaway, like all the good ones, a bit of a loose unit on the field. Enjoyed annoying the shit out of the opposition halfback and first in line for a get square with the opposition when required.
Oh yes, I love those players. The flankers that were just
mongrels,
rapid, knew the game, had real high IQ of the game.
So many of the ones you're talking about smoked darts as well, and they're the fittest in the team.
Yeah,
you notice that?
Yeah,
which is so odd. And here's another one. My mate's a big unit, 200 centimetres and around 140 kg. Although the size of a bear, he's a gentle giant. Doesn't say much. One night as he was leaving a party, he backed into another car. He got out to look at the damage. His jaw dropped. Silence. He put his hands out like he was showing the size of a fish or preaching to the congregation. Still not a word. He then put his hands to his cheeks and shook his head. More silence. This earned him the nickname Humphrey. After the silent star of the kids show, here's Humphrey from 65 to 2008.
Is that Humphrey the bear?
Yeah. Whoopi earned his nickname when his surname was mispronounced as Goldberg instead of Goldfinch. Done. Stuck like shit to a blanket. Fiona was named by the rugby forwards who thought the winger didn't show much heart in his defensive efforts. Named after Australia's first heart transplant recipient when she was 15, Fiona Coote. In the late 90s, Camden Rugby first grade front row was known as the Zoo. Props were called Wombat and Rhino, and the hooker was Turtle. A mate copped one of the nuts from the opposition's boot when he was cleaned out from a ruck playing rugby. After receiving 6 white stitches in his red ball sack, Shane Dunn was nicknamed Shane Warney for short. Red balls.
Bowling a bit of spin.
Yes. Amazing.
Those are great. Thank you very much for that.
Right, we might flag the last war story for today, just because we've this is a kind of a longer episode. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. This has been bloody Not For Radio, and a reminder to get amongst the Sniper Elite episodes. I mean, we've pushed it enough, but shit, I'd love for you to win the Bathurst trip.
Bathurst, isn't it your last chance to get yourself in the frame for this? So best of luck.
Big thanks to Classic Builders. They've been building homes for over 30 years, from house and land right through to design and build. They've got local teams across the country. If you're midlife listening to this and you're thinking we should probably grow up, maybe sort ourselves out of the house, jump on the blower to Classic Builders. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Go well, go long, and up the wars!
You've been listening to Jay and Dunc's Not For Radio podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you soon.